Hello everyone, this is Yaakuro with another UE4 GNU Linux tutorial. In this episode, I'm going to show you how to increase your Unreal Engine 4 project development process using a file browser. Yes, a file browser, not a terminal. For that, we will cover the topic of custom actions. And before I talk too much, let me show you what is it about. So this is my file browser and I'm using Thunar. And here we have a UE4 project. I can right click on this now and I'm getting here this Unreal Engine 4 related submenus. What I can do is, for example, I can create the build files for this project. I can start this project directly in game mode and can test this game quickly, which is really handy. Then switch the associated Unreal Engine 4 version, which is my favorite. So if you have multiple versions of Unreal on your local system, you can switch between those and say, okay, I want to use this version for this project, which is really cool. Then of course start the editor, which is actually already done by the setup script. So this is automatically added. So this is just the file association using the MIME types, I think. Okay, yeah, let's go back to my awesome slides. In this episode, I'm going to show you how to create those custom actions using Thunar. In another video, I was thinking doing it for Nautilus. And as you know, we have 1 gazillion other file browsers, so I'm not sure if we can cover all of them and if they support that. So if you have any suggestions or requests, please tell me and I can make more videos about them, if it's possible, of course. Okay, so saying that, let's start with the Unreal version selector. So we're going to use the Unreal version selector for all those custom actions, because the Unreal version selector is a nice tool to, as we covered already, to create build files, to start the editor in game mode, or just to start the editor, to change file association, and so on. We could do that, of course, manually using the Unreal editor itself or the Unreal build tool and so on. But with the Unreal version selector, it combines all in one tool, and additionally, it is using the correct Unreal Engine version you have installed on your local machine. So it will look at the engine association and will start the right, or will use the correct Unreal editor version, for example. That's really cool. Okay, first, how do we generate project files? So as we said, we are using the Unreal version selector. It's located in Engine Binaries Linux folder, subfolder, and the name is Unreal version selector Linux shipping. So this binary is downloaded after the setup script, so it is not going to be built, if I remember correct, after building the engine from the scratch. Just for your information. After that, we pass the project files flag and the project name, and this will generate, according to the engine version, the build files. Let's test this. So right click, create UE4 project files. And as you can see, something is happening here. And the Unreal version selector will use, in this case, the Unreal build tool to create those files. Really nice. And here is my CodeLight project files. So I mainly work with the CodeLight IDE. You can set it so up that you can get the build files you want to use. Cool. That is really handy. So if there are no project files, you can create them immediately or update the build files and so on. How did we achieve this? We covered already, generate project files. But how do we add those custom actions now to Thunar? We go here to Edit, Configure Custom Actions, and then you press here this little plus button. It will add a new custom action, and then you have to fill out here. So you give it a name. You can write whatever you want. You can put a description. And now here the command is important. As I showed, you put this here until here, yeah, project files. In my case, I'm using the newest version of the Unreal version selector, so it points to here, and here you go, version selector Linux shipping, then the flag project files, and then the file name, which I'm using this substitution. Add the path to the first selected file. That's exactly what we need. Then you can select the icon. You don't have to. I found it somewhere in the subfolders of Unreal Engine. I don't remember where it was. If I find it, I'll put it into the description below. Then, really important, this tab, appearance conditions. So when this context menu will appear, make sure, of course, you use this start.uproject. Yeah, makes sense. And then select only this checkbox, other files, else it will not appear. And after that, yeah, if you select this uproject with a right click, then you will see this custom action menu appearing. Okay, next one. Play in game mode. So if you want to quickly test the project, we can add a new custom action. We use again the Unreal version selector, then we pass the game flag and the project name. And if we do so, start UE4 game, you will see it will start the game directly, and we can test it quickly, which is really handy in my point of view. Really nice. Give it a second for this awesome project to start, and you can see this super empty map. Wow, yeah. Okay. Now the custom action looks like this, really the same. You give it a name, put a description if you want. Then it should point to the same Unreal version selector shipping. Then you pass the game flag and then this substitution. Same, really the same. Same goes here in appearance and conditions. That's it, and finish. Next one. Switch the Unreal version and it will automatically also generate the project files. So this is one of my favorites. So I have, for example, 3 different versions of Unreal Engine. No, actually 4. But yeah, one I removed already. So I have 3 versions. And usually I switch between them to test the project for different versions. And you can do that now because let's say one Unreal version is in one path and the other one in a different location. You have to in your terminal, you have to take care of that. The Unreal version selector is doing that for you automatically, and this is really awesome. And with this, we switch the association. And let me show you. So if you open your uproject in a text file, you will see here the associated engine version. So, and there is an ID. And usually the setup script, I think, generates somewhere deep in the config files the associated files, and with this ID and the path to that Unreal Engine version, and it will use that to create the build files. So that's too much talking. So it looks like this. Switch UE4 version, then this pops up, and now I can say, I know this is my newest version, this is 4.21 and this is 4.20, for example. And then if I click that, I can change it. And it will generate those build files for that specific Unreal Engine version. Really cool. So let's go to the next one, and that is the last one. Start the editor, which is actually more or less done already by the setup script, but I just thought covering it here anyway. So in this case, same Unreal version selector shipping, and then we pass the editor flag, and after that file name. And if we do so, we can start the editor for this project. And you can see it starts already. Come on, you can do it. Almost finished. Yeah, it would be really nice if the editor would start a bit faster on our Linux system, but yeah. Okay, yeah. So that's the project, and yeah, cool. And we can achieve this with another custom action. Again, really the same. I think I don't have to show this already anymore. Editor, this time editor flag, and finish. So I think that's it for this episode. So I showed it for Thunar. In the next video, or in the next video, I will show it for Nautilus. And if you have any questions, suggestions, feel free to leave me a comment. Thanks for watching, and hopefully seeing you in the next episode.